Hello, my sexy muffins. Welcome back to another video. Sorry if I am still not as exuberant from the screaming and such the other day with when I was having my mental breakdown and such and arguments with my family that led to even more of a big breakdown mental wise. I really ravaged my throat. So it hurts. But anyways, let's get on to business. So in this video, and also I think I'm getting a cold. Y'all, I blame the weather. I blame the weather. Anyways, okay, so let's get on to this. So this one is about DogDay and CatNap fighting for you and being rivals for you when they end. There will be three different endings through after this mini series when it gets to the end, where you end up with either DogDay or CatNap, or they ended up sharing you, and maybe a mystery fourth ending. Anyways, let's do this. Now, the disclaimers. CatNap and DogDay are sentient creatures, or whatever the other word is. I'm going to go with sentient because that's what most people refer to it as. When they have consciousness of who they are and life themselves, and they are not the souls of children. They're like a monster creature that has self-awareness of their self and their being. So that is what we're going to be doing with that. And also that they are not Yandere and canon. This is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and fictional Yanderes is fine, just to not be illegal or gross about it, and remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. And that Yanderes are not ID partners to have in real life. It is fine to simp for Yandere characters. They're not Yandere, all that good stuff. Anyways, let's do this. You were getting promoted. Well, not promoted. You were getting switched from working in the testing area with Mommy Longlegs. Mommy and you had a falling out, and she almost attacked you, so you were being relocated to work with personally CatNap and DogDay. You were curious on what you were going to be doing with CatNap and DogDay. They were two of the unique animatronics, CatNap being more successful than DogDay, and DogDay being a bit more less successful, from what you heard, at least. You walked down to the area, seeing the other handlers with their creature toys. Yes, these are creature toys. You were part of the private project that is creating life from nothing. Sentient or sapients, whichever you refer to it as, creatures that were made from nothing and burst life, creating new life. They could feel, they could do everything that anyone else could do, and they needed to eat, they needed to drink, they needed to do all that. You, of course, were one of the handlers. You were once Mommy Longlegs' handler, but now you were DogDay's and CatNap's handler, being promoted slightly to have two creature toys instead of just one. Chloe, you're okay. Don't even bark. You know what you're doing. As I was saying, you found yourself walking to CatNap and DogDay. They did not seem to get along, fighting like cats and dogs, you heard. But since you could handle Mommy Longlegs for months on end without her lashing out at you at all, you don't even know what happened with Mommy to make her lash out with you in the first place. So you shrug it off and go over. One sec, I need a liquid break. My throat is starting to get really achy. Okay, let's do this. You walked over to them and they looked down at you. Are you our new handler? CatNap says, looking down at you and crossing his very large arms. He was one of the larger toys like Mommy Longlegs and Huggy Wuggy. You have not personally worked with Huggy Wuggy, but you know that the most successful toys were the bigger toys and the one that was just a hand at this time, the prototype. But you learned that Huggy Wuggy and CatNap are the somewhat most loyal to to the the Playtime Co. And that is what you knew the most of. Yes, I am CatNap. My name is your name, last name. It's nice to meet you, you say, and offer out your hand, even though his hand was much, much bigger. It probably could pick you up almost. He scoffs at you and looks away. DogDay takes your hand and pulls you close. He was the more size of a human, a large human to say so, but fairly, like he's over 6 feet. So he does stand taller than you by a bit, but not too much. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am so glad that we have a new handler. Our last one, DogDay stops and looks away. You did not know what happened to their last handler. It was real hush hush, and it made you a little bit concerned. DogDay turned back to you and blushed under his fur and such. You were just so darn cute. Adorable, really. He wanted to have you as his and his alone. He did not know what your gender was, but he really didn't care. It could be anything, and he would still love you. I'm changing it to gender neutral. I'm sorry if I misgender. I forgot that was gender neutral. Sorry. CatNap glared at DogDay for touching you and then led you to their rooms. They lived in a close by house together and they had their work area as well. CatNap was watching everyone at night, so he rarely slept, but that he didn't need to sleep because of the type of monster that he is. So, Catnap, what do you do at night? You ask him. I watch over all of the other creatures, he says, looking at you, and you nodded your head. It was tense because they could not obviously be let out. It's like it's the 1900s. It's not going to be. It's 20. Oh, sorry, I don't know how to say it. Sorry, my words. I forgot when this takes place. It's not the time where monster toys could go out and have lives and freedoms. Technically, they have no rights. Technically, right now they were owned by the company, and that you were their handler and you were supposed to keep them company and make sure they stayed in line. I'm sorry about that, you say. Well, you and me can hang out if you want. I can stay up late with you. He looks down at you and tilts his head. You were a strange one. He didn't know who you were fully except for your first and last name, and that you were rather handsome and cute and beautiful. You were just stunning in every way, and he did not like it. He was not supposed to get attached to the handlers. He got attached to the last one, and when the last one ended up lashing out at him for a mistake, it did not end well for that handler. Of course, what he's feeling for you is different from what he felt for the previous handler. It wasn't a bond, it was something much more intense. So I think I'll like that, he says, and leans down his face an inch from yours. But if you fall asleep, you're on your own, he says, and pulls back. You felt all the hair on the back of your neck stand up. That unnerved you, the way he said it, and the way he got so close to you, and those eyes. Intense, really. Dog Day started to show you around and having a good time, his tail wagging and him leading you around. Catnap dug his claws into his fist as he watched. He could not stand the idea of Dog Day being near you. It drove him insane. He wanted to grab Dog Day and bash his head in the wall over and over and over. But he kept calm because his job was to keep all the monster creatures here taken care of. He cannot just lash out at them, even if he wants to. Once you guys got settled, you go to get your lunch and have your lunch with them. They had to eat stuff that was unique, to say the least, and they did eat it. You all three sat together as you ate. They watched you as you ate your sandwich. It was just a simple ham and cheese sandwich with a bag of crisps. I think it's in England that it is. I'll try to do some English slang. I'm not very good though. You were having a good time talking to them and chatting with them. You noticed that Catnap was watching you like a hawk, or more like prey. You felt unnerved under his gaze, and you also noticed that Dog Day tried to trying to steal your attention away from Catnap. These two were an interesting group, and you know that you were going to be in it for a long time. You would be living near their quarters as well, so you can have easily access to them. All the handlers lived on site. So you had some days off to go into the city, of course, but you would be spending most of your time with these two creature monsters, and you had no idea how dangerous that was right now. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it and all that good stuff. And yeah. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed. This is just part one. If there's anything you want to see specifically in this mini series, a thing like their first kiss, their first hug, them confessing their feelings, scenarios like them playing games or how they stalk the listener, all that stuff, comment it below and I will do my best to do it. Anyways, once again, thank you. And now, Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Thank you, Gav. And thank you, Wicked Brony, for being. Sorry, you're not a patron right now. Scratch that. Just thank you, Gav. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro, baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro. In the secret outro, would you want to be a handler for a creature monster, aka a sentient or sapient monster that is not children's soul or any souls forced into the toys at all, but an actual creature monster toy that is a monster and a creature, but as a toy. So it's kind of a hybrid type of thing. But it's that type of thing. Would you want to be a handler for it? Yes or no? Comment below. I would want the payment because I bet the pay is good, but I would be kind of unnerved. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy. All my sexy muffins. Bye bye.